Okay then, progress here and there. Just recapping, and I've probably already mentioned some of these things already for the progress evolution of this room. I don't know if America uses raw plugs because I've seen, I think I might mentioned this before. I'll just mention it briefly again. Raw plugs, you drill a hole in a wall, you tap a raw plug into the wall, and then you put your screw or whatever in. Just secures it, makes it a bit tighter. So I've seen some chap talking about putting shelving on the inside of his door. Like I've done the mirror, yeah, it's on the inside, it's out the way. And he looked for this specialized screw to make it specialized for the door. You can do the same with raw plugs. Guess America doesn't have raw plugs. So I drilled the holes in the door. It's hollow, so it's very easy to get through. And sealant behind the mirror. Made sure it was level with my trusty spirit level, and all I have to do is stand there. I can look my best, or what I think is close enough to my best, by adjusting myself in the mirror, and my clothes are right there. So I don't really look my best at the moment. It was scruffy and everything else. So much going on. So busy. I need to shave and cut my hair and spruce up a bit. I think I feel a bit scruffy. Marble, black and white marble effect. I've done for the flooring. Completed that for the skirting board. Sorry. The only one that's not done is this one. Will be done once those floorboards are covered with the new flooring. And there's an extension cable thing on top of there as well. Currently empty because there was a TV aerial going through that. It's now empty, but I could still perhaps use it anyway. Probably coming through and up, and I stick a kettle on the windowsill and boil the kettle. Maybe something simple, or maybe a charging unit for a phone. The front panel for the plug socket there. New USB sockets. Black vinyl around what's just behind the panel, because it's like these box plug sockets. So this black vinyl, but the black front panel was already black, so I wanted it all matching, and then I blacked off the. Still got a bit to do just here. See what's gone a bit grey, or it is not gone grey, but it is grey. Because I painted it, but it's not the best paint to adhere to plastic. You can get specific paint to adhere to plastic, but I just complete it with black vinyl. Blanking plate goes behind it. This blanking plate again, we'll use some black vinyl because I've made it a bit tatty because it got roughed up a bit with things I was adapting it, sawing off this little bit for the extension cable to come out behind that cable cover. Now you might be thinking, why did somebody just put an extension strip plug in? Who did that? Well, yeah. Don't get me started on that. And put this on. It has the earth-in plate thingy. You put the earth on, and I put the terminals on the wires that are not being used, and then the extension will just come out through there as it already is, right? So they won't be wired into a plug socket though, because there's nothing there to wire it into. So that'll be easy enough to do, and then I've got some spare wallpaper that I have on the walls to just redo around that, because what's behind there is like a double socket thing. That can be blanked off properly. I think that's it really. I just the fish tank. Yeah, I do want to get to progressing with that, but that's gonna have to wait until I got everything done here. And so that's the next project, and it's a project that's started, stopped, and changed, and here and there. Good luck, Chesh, by the way. You see you're going to start a shrimp tank with plants, very small one. This is a 90-litre tank, so I can have quite a bit going on in there if I choose to. More plants, the better. There's a direction to go in with it is Wallstad method, and other versions surrounding the sort of spin-offs from Wallstad and all that. No filter, you're not going to need it. Just nature's way. It's like when you walk by a pond or a river, it doesn't smell putrid. It's kind of earthy, maybe, because nature's finding that balance. Anyway, I'm sure there was something else I was going to mention. So I get flooring done for the cupboard holes, the flooring cupboards, and the flooring. About 2 1/4 panels really for the main room floor. I'll go around with beading actually just at the bottom of the skirting at some point. Definitely do that. I think that's it then. It's just I get all these bits done and then I can go for the corner sofa. It's a lovely corner sofa that is built in the UK actually, and I did a bit of homework, and the same one that they ship them abroad and companies abroad sell them, get them shipped back to the UK. So that added a lot more expense. So I did some homework. Oh, I want that one, and found out it's made in the UK anyway. So in some cases, the company owner has delivered. In some cases, they've helped maneuver it as well. Gotta watch out. If sometimes in UK you deliver furniture like that as well, they say on the details they don't carry stuff for upstairs necessarily because of health and safety. However, they might do if you give them a tip, right? If you offer them 10 quid or something, and that's between you and the driver, a personal thing. It's like a neighbour just helping out, and that's nothing to do with the company. So if anything goes wrong with that, don't complain to the company. From what I can tell, it's sturdy, strong enough, but actually light enough as well, and built with solid wood materials, which is what I wanted really. Something light enough but strong enough. And corner sofa, because a bit that comes out kind of, it doesn't come out forward any further than corner chair. I've got that sort of turns into a bed. But then just under the window bit next to me would be like footrest, or like what called a puffy, slang term. Just extended from the thing, and it'd come along enough behind me to be able to sit and see the big screen. If there's a movie I want to watch, I can do that. Just sit there in comfort rather than be sat so close to the screen. It's not that good for your eyes being that close to the screen if you're doing anything, but particularly watching a movie or something. It's just more natural to observe it from a distance. I'm not really a avid watcher of films, but lately I think there's some films I've never watched, I've never seen before, and people will tell me, have you seen this or that? I said, oh, I should go and watch it. So with the advent of the internet, I can get to watch it for free anyway. So yeah, the picture behind me will change. I got that picture on the wall. Some of you will remember that being in the other room. Same as the car, and just on the other side of the door where the mirror is, I got the cat poster. I will be putting vinyl wraps on the doors, by the way. I may even change the door handles. This is a total change of the look and feel of the room, so much that you think it was a room in a different building. And that was part of my aim. Couldn't really do, it'd be a headache to try and do all that kind of work in a tiny room that I got, and it would be pointless anyway. So I did what I could with it, and it still wasn't quite right. Discussion with the other occupant, who is a family member, the other person that lives here. At the long story short, at the end of the discussion, they said, "Oh, I should have had this room really." So I was like that. Split second, I'll swap with you, because they thought they shouldn't mention it because I had my stamp on the room and I worked hard to try and get some kind of look and feel to it, which I really wasn't satisfied with at the end of it anyway. But I thought about them. They had their stamp on this room with their look and feel, and they worked hard to get it their particular way. So I thought it'd be rude because a certain family situation equaled that this would be a sensible thing to do. But at the same time, I was thinking, well, I best not mention that. Leave it up to them. But they were thinking the same about me. So it came in a conversation. Yeah, sure, I'll swap with you. And that's what happened. And I helped them put their carpet down as well. Certainly, that was a little bit awkward, a bit hard work here and there. But the transition plate that was this room, took that off and put in their room the transition plate for towards the cupboard hole, just to pin down the carpet a little bit as well. So that's done. We left the vinyl flooring on the floor, so it's a bit more like an underlay. It's not like this vinyl stuff. It's like proper flexible vinyl. Because this is like a composite material. This is vinyl mixed with stone. That's where some of the strongness comes from, but also a bit of flexibility maintains with the flooring that we've got in here. I got 2 transition plates coming that are the same one. It was like a grey aluminum plate until I put the Marble Effect aluminum on it. So now you can't. I think I did make a video about the transition plate, but I'll be adding one there and one in here. There's my spirit level. I wonder where it went. Yeah, I think that's it. A riddle for you, as it came to mind. A riddle. And this is not even a riddle as much as a very basic way to show how broken-minded some people are. And I can imagine Black Wolf answering this with an option to say, "Oh, I'll choose room 2. So let me explain. Imagine there's somebody who's a criminal, just a fictional scenario. Totally fictional, you don't have to overthink it. So this criminal has been caught and been condemned to death penalty. But in this fictional world, they have 3 choices of how they choose to die. And there's 3 rooms, so they need to pick a room. The first room is a room full of fire, raging flames. So obviously you got burned to death, right? Room 2, full of assassins, trained killers. Room 3, full of lions that haven't been fed for 3 years. Black Wolf would probably choose room 2. He wouldn't choose the most obvious, wisest thing. He'd be like, choose room 2 because, I'm hardcore. And from because, the assassins are in room 2. They ain't kidding me. I'm from the hood. I'm from this and that. pretentious prick that he is. He's none of these things. He's weak and pathetic, never goes anywhere, and very unhealthy and so on, mentally as well as physically. But his obsession and addiction to his fantasy of being a certain character is very evident for people to see. I choose room 3 because if you're a lion, you haven't been fed for 3 years, you're fucking dead anyway, right? So I choose room 3, a bunch of dead lions. I stack the lions on top of each other so I could climb up through the roof and escape. I don't imagine Black Wolf answering that with, yeah, he'd be try and do his hardcore thing. Oh, I'll kill them all and I'll feed them to the lions because they haven't been fed for 3 years. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Take care. I look forward to doing another video soon. Bye.